Yo, 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 yo. Yo, you 1 second, chat. We're about to start in a second. We're about to start in a second. All right. All right, chat. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to start off. Long story short, sorry if I'm late. Let me see if you guys can hear me real quick.
Hey everyone.
I was reacting to Comic Blast Keenan. I'm trying to make sure you guys can hear me real quick. Testing, testing, one, testing. Okay, so guys, okay, yeah, we're good. We're chilling right now. We're chilling. We are chilling, chat. We are chilling. We are chilling, chat. All right, so other than that, like you guys already know, we're gonna be talking about like obviously in the title, it's obviously going to be about Green Goblin, Easter egg, post credit, all that. I don't know what that's there, but we are probably gonna like a potential Green Goblin post out. What could happen, how he's gonna have on that in today's live stream anyways. So if you guys haven't, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button if you guys are excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2. You guys have been liking like the last two streams and stuff like that, so we're gonna keep going with it. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch some Comic Blast Keenan. Gotta watch my boy.
It's CBK here to bring you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video.
Yep.
And if you're new to the channel, I pretty much only talk about Marvel Spider-Man 2 here. I cover LinkedIn, then be sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 hype. With that out of the way, let's swing on into today's video. Since the beginning of my channel, I have mentioned probably a dozen times in previous videos that I would love to see a Daredevil team up within Marvel Spider-Man 2. The little Easter eggs were nice in the first game, but I want a real Daredevil.
Right, because we had Murdoch, we had his lawyer company, right? If I'm correct.
Daredevil experience to happen. Daredevil is one of my fit team ups.
Yep.
Thanks. You saved me.
Actually, I was saving Peter Parker.
Excuse me?
You got that disc, right?
Oh, yeah, right. The disc. This data will clear Parker. Get it to your pal, Matt Murdock.
I'm sure he'll be grateful, as I am, for everything.
Hey, we're even.
Since you and I appear to be on the same team, I should tell you who our real adversary is in all this. His name is Wilson Fisk.
The entrepreneur and philanthropist?
That's all a facade. Fisk is really a devious criminal mastermind who calls himself
The Kingpin.
Kingpin.
There have been rumblings and rumors in the past about Marvel games working on a Daredevil game, but I'm not sure if there's any validity to those rumors. However, if those rumors are true, then an introduction to Daredevil through Marvel Spider-Man 2 would be a great way to get the character kick-started within this universe already without it feeling bloated. If I had my way, I would simply bring in Daredevil for a little side mission. One thing that Spider-Man and Daredevil have in common is that Wilson Fisk, aka
the Kingpin,
is one of their biggest rivals.
Right.
They share a common enemy. So an idea for a side mission is to have Daredevil
and Miles Morales, he was still running a whole lot of stuff behind the scenes.
seek the help of of Spider-Man to take down one of the last remaining Fisk locations. Perhaps Fisk has a large warehouse with many layers to it that are continuing Fisk's business or illegal activities. It would be cool to see the dynamic between Daredevil and Spider-Man play out. Maybe Daredevil lets Spider-Man know that he wishes he was the one to take him down, but ultimately he's happy he's in prison. From there, Daredevil and Spider-Man could team up to take out everyone in the warehouse with a mix of stealth and normal combat. I don't need Daredevil to be a playable character, but perhaps there could be a similar mechanic to the one that we saw in the City That Never Sleeps DLC with Black Cat. Daredevil to take out with stealth. Together,
that DLC was beautiful.
Different floors of this warehouse taking out enemies and doing some investigative work around the location to see what Wilson Fisk is up to. They could learn that Wilson Fisk has something big planned that could potentially set up his return in a future Spider-Man game or a Daredevil game down the line. Mission accomplished. You've helped out Daredevil, and us fans are blown away.
Right.
The simplest little mission like this would make fans go crazy, I could guarantee it. Daredevil just makes a lot of sense for a ton of reasons in this universe. First off, Spider-Man and Daredevil obviously both exist within New York City. So
exactly.
It makes sense that the two of them would run into each other every now and then, especially given that the two have that common enemy, Wilson Fisk. And it would be amazing.
Ooh, that would be perfect. That would be so perfect. Yeah, I just thought about this. Okay, so obviously we took down Kingpin in the first game, right? What would happen if he heard about that from the DLC and we had like a flashback to, you know, potentially him took down Kingpin, and he would be interested to know. But after that, it goes into Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, where it's still the exact same thing. And how on earth does it end up going to... It ends up doing the exact same thing. We would have him in that world, probably already established. Spider-Man's already established, so that means that he knows that Spider-Man's running around.
They set up a future Daredevil game. Insomniac would make the most sense to take on that game. Given that Insomniac is so skilled with creating traversal, and they pretty much have, it would be a great project for them, and I'd love to see it happen one day. So that's my pitch for introducing Daredevil into Marvel Spider-Man 2. But now let's talk about expectations. I see a lot of people tell me that I give false expectations for Marvel Spider-Man 2, and will be disappointed because I didn't get the things that I wanted for the game. So I want to address that. The videos I make, like this one, all come with the understanding that my ideas are not likely to happen. The discussions I have here are the same discussions that I have with my friends in real life. Like, wouldn't it be cool to see if this happened, or if the game had this in it? I know that 90% of these ideas aren't going to happen, and ultimately, it is the responsibility of each individual to manage their own expectations. It's not my responsibility to make sure your expectations aren't too high, and it's not your responsibility to make sure that mine aren't. I make these videos as if I'm having discussions with my friends, just theorizing and having fun. These are not fans for the game. I'm not going to dislike the game if they don't have all of these things that I want to see.
Exactly.
Some of you guys can see that. I'm just other people. And who knows, maybe some of these ideas do make their way over to developers.
Oh, 100%.
That's the reason I'm here.
100%. Keenan, I feel like Insomniac's watching you. Like, not trying to say this, but like, I'm thinking because the thing is, you have to remember, Insomniac is watching.
I'm just here to meet and talk to people about this game that I am so passionate about. And that's all I have to say about that. But thank you guys so much for your support. Doing this channel has been life-changing to me, and I appreciate you all. But that's going to do it for me. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Daredevil, I can see happening. I can see that happening. 100% I can see that happening. Ooh, ouch, I just had my funny bone. But we're gonna check this one out though.
Hey, what's up guys, CBK here to bring you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. And you know the deal, if you're new to the channel, I pretty much only talk about Marvel Spider-Man 2 here. I cover leaks, rumors, theories, and wishlist. By the way, let's swing on into today's video. And today, webheads, we have a very special one. Today, I'm going to tell you the top reasons why Marvel Spider-Man 2 will be amazing. That's right. Today, we're going to go facts for Spider-Man 2.
The thing is, for the fact that I can see this already being amazing, I can see this being far superior. The only reason why is because of the fact that, one, stories, like one of the, hands down, one of the best stories ever told. And I'm not just saying this. The thing is, like, it's literally hell famous. It is famous for a lot of reasons. A lot of people just like the idea it's taking, you know, a darker path, and after that he becomes like, you know, a lot more powered up, and it basically a lot of people like the black suit storyline, and I love the black suit storyline. That's like one of my favorite storylines.
things we already know about the game and talk about why it will help make it an amazing game.
All right.
So let's swing on into it. So one of the questions that I get from you guys a lot is, what's going to be different about Marvel Spider-Man 2? What are some
It's gonna be a darker story.
the new features? Absolutely no idea. I can tell you what I would like to see, but I don't think we're going to get most of those things. I think that Insomniac is going to find ways we can't imagine. Like, I make these wish list videos often about things that I likely we're not going to get most of those things. However, one of the reasons I have faith that this game will be amazing is the time that Insomniac has had to work on the game.
Right.
Just look at the
They had
improvements
5+ years.
Insomniac made with mechanics, web swinging,
And Miles Morales
and combat with Spider-Man
worked on it.
to make these improvements. On top of that, they also had to dedicate some of their resources to developing Miles Morales on 2 different platforms, the PS4.
Right.
Now, think about all of the improvements they can make with and all of their resources dedicated to creating this PS5 exclusive. They will be able to take full the PS5 is capable of. Think about it. There is about a 5-year gap in between releases of the first Spider-Man game and the second
one.
game. So think of all the improvements that could have been made during that time. The next reason this is amazing is the darker tone we are expected
Right.
to, according to Marvel Games president Bill Roseman. Some of the best adaptations and stories of Spider-Man are the dark
exactly.
and
Are the dark ones. Like, for example, Superior Spider-Man, the Spider Soldier storyline, which I'm hoping that we get for a potential DLC when Jackal's introduced. I'm hoping to see that in a Jackal DLC. But yeah, the darker tone stories are pretty much the good ones for Spider.
because of Venom.
Yes!
It's a darker tone game with
With a character like Venom,
winner.
and yeah,
While not one of the older Spider-Man villains, is among some of the most iconic Marvel villains. Also get to experience
the black suit.
which is a fan favorite. The symbiote suit storyline will inevitably bring in a fresh gameplay experience with new gameplay mechanics to accommodate for the new suit and its powers.
And you guys also, and another thing, you also get to see Peter take full advantage of the whole feel like, this suit is literally everything. He doesn't have to worry about nothing. He doesn't worry about technology at all. He can also make another thing I like to see through that is with the symbiote, the symbiote can also act as, a shirt. We could potentially get a shirt. We could potentially see him, change up and, act a little bit more, egotistical. And, we could see him, boost. And the thing is, with the black ego goes through the roof. You start reverting to, which is why I'm thinking we're going to get Spider Soldier very soon. I have a feeling that we are going to get Spider Soldier. Let's watch some news to astonish. Top 10 reasons right here. Better watch this. But yeah, like I said, chat, the darker stories are always good stories. As a matter of fact, hold up. Did I? Hold up. Alright. Now let's go ahead and watch it. Whoa. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, that's suit power. Hold up. We're doing this in. Hold up. Why the fuck do I have to put this on 1060? I just saw this just now. Woody, you were right. It is a suit power. It's a suit power. Look, it's a suit power. Look right here. Hold up. It's right here. I can catch it. Yeah, it comes out of his body. Yep, it comes out. It is a suit power, 100%. Bro, yeah, it comes out of his back. That is 100% a fucking suit power. That is 100% a fucking suit power. His new arms, yeah, that's 100% a fuck. If I can get a clear shot, it does. Right here, 100% suit power. This is a suit power. right there is a suit power, and I know this is from the trailer, but this is a fucking suit power. Because we have like the wait, hold up. Yeah, we have two. Wait, hold up. No, Iron Spider. Yeah, that had that because Tony Stark. Yeah, because Iron Man made it gave it to him. Yeah, 100%. This is a suit power. This is 100% a suit power because the only suits in the game that have this are the Far From Home fursuit and it came out of his back. That's 100% a suit power. Because now that I saw it, now that I see it, 100%. That's 100% a suit power, and you can tell too. Even though I might be hella late for that, but that is a suit power. So shout out to Woody for actually shout out to Woody for that.
Movies, games, everything Marvel Spider-Man 2 related, and more. My name is Ronnie, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 reasons why I think Marvel Spider-Man 2 will be Game of the Year.
It automatically probably is.
I just want to take this time to once again thank you all for helping me reach 10,000 subscribers. I'm still in shock and still processing this. This is my first official new Marvel Spider-Man 2 video as a YouTuber who has reached 10,000 subscribers. I'm just astonished and grateful. It's enough to make a grown man cry, and that's okay. So be sure to like, subscribe, and click on the bell notification to my channel because it really helps. Anyways, here are my top 10 reasons why Marvel Spider-Man 2 will be GOATY. Starting with number 10, the story.
The story
is highly anticipated to be something unlike we've ever seen in
right.
a Spider-Man game. And fans, at least...
Like I said, the story's really, really dark, so... The story's gonna be really dark. You have Venom, like I said, all the dark stories are the good ones.
Us Spider-Man fans feel that way because of what characters are going to be featured.
Venom, Harry...
The quality that Insomniac Games has put in their first two Marvel Spider-Man games, and the overall story is said to be grand because of what little
exactly
have all of the elements and beats of a perfect personal Spider-Man story. There will be stakes, loss, intensive sequences, action, emotional moments, and so much detail that we won't be able to fathom what we've experienced.
Right.
I'm just freaking out just thinking about it.
Right. It's like, chat, like what he said is true. Like what my boy News just said, it is true. Like I'm gonna be playing this, like you have no idea. We're gonna be playing on fucking amazing, the spectacular, then going up to hopefully, I don't mind us getting this, but probably Marvel Spider-Man 2 permadeath. I don't know why I'm feeling like we can do I don't know why I'm feeling like they can do permadeath for this game. I don't know why I'm feeling it.
Number 9, voice actors. The voice actors for
we got Yuri, Najee Jeter.
Have been amazing, no pun intended. Marvel Spider-Man features awesome voice actors such as Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker,
yeah,
Najee Jeter as Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and more. At this point, Lowenthal has probably become the quintessential voice actor for Spider-Man.
Right.
In my opinion, I think he's fantastic. Talk about great casting. He has the right voice to be voicing our favorite webhead. Not to mention, the newcomer but a pro in the voiceover world, Tony Todd.
Tony Todd will be voicing Venom. Oh my gosh.
Tony Todd has starred in many movies, most notably in the Candyman film, and recently has provided his voice as Zoom on The Flash.
On The Flash, yeah.
There's something about Tony Todd that exudes horror and terror whenever he plays a character as such. And once again, I have to give it to Insomniac Games. It's perfect and ideal casting to have Tony Todd voicing Venom and doing mocap as well. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what Tony Todd brings to the Venom character. I'm sure he's going to sound awesome and he's going to be very terrifying.
Right.
Number 8, gameplay. The gameplay in Marvel Spider-Man 2 is expected to be improved, better, and loaded with new features and mechanics.
I can't wait to see the gameplay.
To the last two Marvel Spider-Man games. The gameplay improvements were apparent in Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales.
They were.
I believe, or should I say, I know they will be much
they will
better than the last.
Up the gameplay.
Qualities of a game.
They're 100% gonna up the gameplay 100%. Like gameplay and combat, they're gonna up
your title. It's not much map to be even bigger than what we have gotten in the first.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be bigger. I'm expecting it to be, well, I'm not expecting it to be bigger because they already have all the boroughs. Probably more of Brooklyn, but the thing is, like, all the stories, bro, like, I could see them adding Queens because, like, we never got a chance to see Queens. Like, Peter probably has, like, a lot of memories in Queens in this game. Like, you know, his first time making his web shooter, and that's gonna be the first time of him making his own web shooter. You know, he's gonna remember the first suit that he made. Man, there's gonna be so many memories.
Marvel Spider-Man games. A major critique about the first 2 games was the map and the size of it. If you really think about it, it doesn't really feel like you're in New York. It's the biggest map of New York, and yes, this will be a PlayStation 5 exclusive and inevitably be made available for PC. It will be possible to have a fully expanded and massive New York City with even more details. Also, even Tony Todd did claim that Marvel Spider-Man 2 is massive in scale, so rest assured that this game will most likely include a bigger map with more borders.
That's gonna be the insane thing.
I just hope I can travel to Queens, Bronx, and even Brooklyn.
Oh, like I said before, I mentioned this in a live stream. Shout out to Joseph Woody's live stream. I think I said this. I think I said to one of his live streams. I'm pretty sure. Lizard fight in the Bronx Zoo or the sewers. I would not be mad at it. That's going to sound ooh. That's gonna be Insomniac. If you guys manage to pull that off, y'all are gods.
Expected to be top tier. Amazing. The details and the costumes, the colors being rich and vibrant, the reflections off the pavement, just about everything in those shots in the trailer shouts
alpha footage. If that was all alpha footage, imagine what's gonna be in the main game.
Superior to the first 2 games. I can't wait to see it in action. Number 5, emotional moment. Sort of falls into the story category, but we've seen the kinds of emotions the Marvel Spider-Man games can.
Like, for emotional moments, like, I'm predicting probably like and this is me, I'm predicting the thing is, like, I'm predicting Harry Osborn's death. The thing is, that's Peter's best friend, and like I said, Peter and Harry are best friends. So if Harry dies, Peter's gonna be crying because that's, like, you know, his best friend that he's known for years. Like, this is the guy that was my best friend for this long, and now he's. I would love to see like because the thing is, like, you have to think Peter has, like, so many friends that he's built a connection with. Harry was one of those friends that he built a connection with, and that's going to be an insane thing because Harry's gonna figure out that Peter is Spider-Man, or and vice versa, through the symbiote, or and vice versa, trying to get it off.
And evoke. I consider myself an emotional person, and I'll tell you, if a game can make me cry, then the game has done its job. Since we're anticipating this game to up the ante in the emotional department, I'm certain
there are very high stakes, very personal.
Like, we've lost so much since Marvel Spider-Man 2 is expected to be. Darker stories tend to come with a greater cost, and that cost is the loss of major characters in the story. I'm not so sure if I'm ready for that, but when it does happen, I'm going to lose it. Number 4, the costumes. I think the costumes a game includes can really help with the game being a contender for the game of the year. It's expected to have a plethora of costumes in the game, especially since the black suit will be featured in the sequel. I bet that's going to look sick in the sequel, and I can't wait to see what Insomniac Games' interpretation of the black suit is going to look like in the game.
I can't wait to see that.
Look alive while imitating a costume. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off track. I was just excited just thinking about it. Yes, the number of
Yo, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see how the black
overall details in those costumes can definitely.
I'm excited to see how it's gonna. I'm excited to see how, you know, I'm excited to see how the symbiote's gonna actually transfer over to his suit. I'm excited to see that. I'm really excited to see that. I want to see what the symbiote's gonna do because as we know, Harry's in there. So what if the symbiote just transfers over to Peter, like, say, like, while, you know, mid-fight or whatever, or probably when, and my guess is probably when Harry and Peter meet. Well, technically meet for, like, I don't know how long it's been since they met, but like I said, this game universe, I don't know how long they've been. Well, obviously I know how long they've been friends, but this is gonna be Peter's first time seeing Harry Osborn curse. Implemented the Osborn curse into that. That's what I'm thinking. But the thing is, they haven't implemented the Osborn curse. So it's probably something going on in Harry's. Probably something going on in Harry's end of the spectrum. So they had to use a symbiote to, you know, heal him up and whatever. And Norman is now working with Kurt Connors, or trying to actually get him out of there and try to get him cured. So the symbiote, in other words, is technically
Something to consider helping it achieve the Game of the Year award. Number 3, DLC.
Yes.
I know most gamers who play single-player games for the most part look forward to newly added content if they have finished the game, like DLC.
That is 100% suit power.
It's what adds to the game's quality. New side missions, a chance to introduce new characters, no screwball. New side missions, a chance to introduce new characters, no screwball.
Thank you. See, I did not like her at all. I know who's underneath that mask. I know it's Liz Allen or someone underneath there. But, like, I hated her missions. They were annoying and frustrating. Especially the ones where you're only being forced to use 2 gadgets.
And a DLC, given the fact that the first Marvel Spider-Man showed a Yuri Watanabe going rogue,
Yeah,
and basically becoming the Wraith.
I would love to see that DLC. I would love to see a Wraith DLC, because she left and stopped doing everything. Well, she left and went on her like own streak of vengeance in the Hammerhead DLC. So I would love to see that.
I only hope we can see her again in the next game. Perhaps we may even get a tease to Carnage in the DLC. But if Carnage were to appear in the Marvel Spider-Man game, I'd say
of power, or somehow in some way over to Cassidy, or, you know, somehow in some way Venom's gonna have to have some sort of offspring for that to happen. Because the only way for Venom to actually do that is for him to have an offspring of another person. Yeah, symbiotes can reproduce. So that would mean that we would have to introduce to the Carnage Killer, aka Cletus Cassidy. We would have to introduce to Cassidy. But I don't know if they're going to actually implement that. They could. That could make sense, honestly, once you really think about it.
Number 2, character development. Marvel Spider-Man 2 will give its characters to develop themselves even more. I think this game will take these characters
Here with the black suit becoming more villain-like. Him with the black suit, you know, not letting, you know, people do anything, you know, the suit alters his personality and stuff like that. So what if he stops thinking like, oh shit, let me go ahead and hold back my power? Miles gonna come in and say like, why are you constantly, you know, Miles gonna come in there, he's gonna question, you know, his new methods versus, you know, the methods that Peter taught him. He's gonna be referencing, you know, all those methods and stuff. He reference, you know, Memory 2 or something like that.
expanded upon in the new Spider-Verse spin-off comics, because we know that's going to happen. I am very curious, excited, and nervous all at the same time about where Insomniac Games plans on taking these characters. Without a doubt, they're going decisions, and they're going to set them on a path of triumph as well. Number 1, the hype. This isn't really something to consider as a reason
The
why
hype is crazy.
games received the Game of the Year award. However, after having played Marvel Spider-Man 2 by that time, we'd all be able to look back at the time we've been hyping this game up and proudly say it was worth it because of how the game turned out to be. I mean, if you've been following my channel for the past, I don't know, maybe year now, right around the time my channel started blowing up last year, you would know that I've been hyping up this game for that amount of time. And it's been a really fun and wild ride, and we only got so much more time to hype up this game. These are just my confidence this game is going to deliver. But you all let me know your thoughts. Do you think Marvel Spider? And thank you all once again for my 10,000 subscribers.
Sorry, Chad, if you're wondering, I started the stream insanely early.
Videos like this. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe in the next comic panel.
This right here just gets me, bro. Yes, we will. I'm wondering what I'm wondering, you know, what the symbol. I'm wondering what Venom symbol is gonna look like. I'm wondering what, you know, his spider symbol is gonna look like. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about, you know, Goblin and, you know, everything involving Goblin and, you know, all that stuff. So now, obviously, as you guys know, based on thumbnail and stuff like that, if you guys saw yesterday's live stream, I found a Green Goblin Easter egg, right? And obviously, I feel like the post-credit scene is obviously going to tease Norman Osborn turning into Goblin, which I feel like that's going to happen. So whenever it comes to Goblin, I feel like it's either going to be, I mean, whenever it comes to Norman turning into Goblin or Norman already being Goblin, because by the time Osborn becoming the Goblin, and the next game we're probably going to get a scene of him transforming and being ready to turn into the actual Green Goblin. Now I do have a lot of ideas and stuff, and I know for a fact that I keep referencing Spectacular Spider-Man a lot, but they could go down the path of Spectacular Spider-Man if they wanted to, but like if they wanted to, they could tease Chameleon possibly, because think about it, Chameleon has several parts that he plays. If you guys haven't seen that, Chameleon plays a lot of roles here. Another thing that could happen is while he has the black suit, potentially is now somewhat in some way being framed or whatever, and he's gonna hear about it, and he's gonna be like, what the fuck, I'm being framed for nothing. And we could possibly end up getting like a reference to this scene right here.
Your city will
Or we already know about Chameleon. Because keep in mind, Peter's gonna think we don't know nothing about Chameleon. I don't even think that in the game Peter's probably met Chameleon yet.
Spider strength, people. Think I can fake that? Actually, I do.
See, look at this. What if we get this? What if we get like this sort of confrontation between Chameleon and Bob Peters in the black suit? What if we get this?
Supposed to be Spider-Man, the real one.
If we get the one where people think that, Spider-Man had like this is gonna sound crazy, but like you guys know what I mean. What if we get, a similar Chameleon, and Chameleon's going around saying, hey, I am Spider-Man, I'm robbing banks and stuff like that. He's gonna be like, I'm robbing stuff and stuff like that. That's what he's gonna be like. He's gonna be like, huh? He's gonna be questioning, why do people out of nowhere think I'm a thief? He's gonna be questioning that. He's gonna be questioning that way too much. He's gonna start questioning it. And on top of that, to mention, with Norman Osborn becoming the Goblin, what I'm guessing is that they could go down the road of him revealing himself as Green Goblin, because he's gonna be going around thinking that he's not Green Goblin whenever they can. Another thing that they could do is Oscorp. They could, not from Spectacular Spider-Man, for Marvel Spider-Man 2, they could tease in Marvel Spider-Man 3 also, but they could, if they wanted to, they could really test the waters and do the Oscorp Tech Flight Glider. They could do the Oscorp Tech Flight Glider situation where he obviously reveals himself as the Goblin, which is what I want. Well, which is technically what I want, because the thing is, Norman needs to have some sort of motivation to actually go after Spider-Man. So that would probably mean that with the death of Harry, he would be coming out as the Goblin, to becoming the Goblin. So what if we get this? What if we get this? Chameleon is going to be this one. Now here's my question. What if we get a type of, with Norman turning into Goblin, he already knows Peter's identity and stuff like that. It's gonna be potentially, he's already gonna know, he's gonna be he's gonna start putting two and two together in his mind. He's gonna be like, why does Spider-Man's voice sound like Peter Parker? He's gonna start thinking, oh wait, it is Peter Parker. He started putting two together and be like, wait a minute. Those times whenever he was, because every single time whenever, holy cow, I need water. Give me 1 second, chat. Chat, we chillin'. Yo, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. More people that come into the live stream, the more people we can have to talk. Yeah, wait for this game to come out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to it. Okay, so whenever it comes to, obviously when Norman puts two together, he's gonna obviously know, oh wait, Spider-Man has the exact same voice as my son's friend, Peter Parker. That doesn't sound right. And after that, he's gonna think, hold up, all those times that he went missing and excusing, where he ran away and Harry was just there, he was actually, he's gonna be like, hold on a second. He's gonna be like, wait, what? So you're telling me that this whole entire time, I've been fighting my son's best friend. And after that, we could get a scene like this.
These creeps.
Like right here.
Where have I heard that one before? Oh yeah, from every supervillain I've ever come up against.
Like right here, what if we get this part? Like what if we get a fight between the two like this?
Okay, that was the real deal. Which means neither of you was ever the Goblin.
And keep in mind, he's gonna be going on a mystery. Keep in mind, if they do add like a mystery detail to it to figure out who the Goblin is, keep in mind, if they do add Chameleon be Norman Oswald, technically he's gonna be in Norman Osborn's place, right? He's gonna be, you know, playing mind games with Spider-Man, right? So Norman would have to pay Chameleon to disguise himself as him, so that way Norman can be out as the Goblin.
A voice could be mimicked, technology copied.
Words, not the tech, but the moves.
Right.
That was Gobby.
Right.
One and only. Who else has access to Globulin Green?
Donald Mencken.
Security.
Oh, perfect time for you to talk about Mencken. Perfect time for you to talk about Mencken too. Speaking of Donald Mencken, I have a feeling that they're holding off on him. I have a feeling that in this universe, there is no Donald Mencken. So, Green himself, and pass on to somebody else that is looking after the Goblin Green. Or in this case, in the Insomniac universe, it could be another version of Devil's Breath. So probably Devil's Breath, dealing with Venom in this game. So probably Devil's Breath 2.0 possibly. This is my favorite scene of the whole show. They give me his home address.
He's gone to ground. I promise you, Spider-Man, I will find him.
Moving out?
Moving in.
Nice decor. Very green. I know you're the Green Goblin.
I have no response to
Blackouts, because keep in mind, they would have to add like some sort of thing to make it work. But you know, Insomniac, y'all are geniuses. Y'all know how to make stuff work. It would be good. Like, think about how good the especially when you look at the glider right here. Especially when you look at the glider in my thumbnail as well. They would have to introduce Oscorp Tech Flight. So my guess is for the fact that they're probably going to introduce Oscorp Tech Flight, and there's a chance that they might make it to the point where it is, and I know that I'm referencing a lot of Spectacular Spider-Man clips here. I know. I'm so sorry. No, can I though? I mean, these are just my theories that could be in the game, is what I'm guessing. They could have a post-credit scene where Norman becomes a Goblin. But from what I'm guessing, it seems like they would have to introduce Oscorp Tech Flight because Insomniac put that hidden glider in the subway station in Marvel Spider-Man 1. So they tease for the fact that that Norman is going to be Green Goblin in the third game. So Norman to actually become the Green Goblin, and Harry's death could force him to become Goblin. It could. Oh, this can be good. And on top of that, to mention, there's already references of pumpkin bombs there's already references of Green Goblin's bombs in Marvel Spider-Man 1. in Norman's hidden lab in Norman's house. There's already a teaser for the fact that he's going to become Goblin, because you have the bombs in the penthouse, you have the mask in the penthouse, and you also have the Easter egg for the glider in the subway station. All of those together can mix up, and at this point, people are gonna be thinking, oh, wait, Insomniac's been teasing this the whole entire time. But nobody was able to catch it. So for those of you who didn't notice, and if you guys, and if, I know that some of you guys are probably gonna end up getting the remastered. I'm getting the remastered or playing the first day. Go to the subway station, keep walking forward, and look to the right, and you'll see a glider. And if you go to the photo mode, turn down to the brightness, and oh man. This scene was just so godly. See, look. Now with Norman, now here's the thing. Now it'll be a lot more personal because he now knows that, you know, Peter Parker is. He now knows that Peter is Spider-Man, and he's taking a lot. If he did this with a lot more like personal stuff to it, like you know, he said like, you know, pumpkin bombs and now Peter, and he knows at this point that he is Spider-Man, so he just starts wailing on him. He starts doing all this. Imagine this on a worse scale, with way too far down the ladder right now. But imagine if that happened in the third game. I'm talking about the third game, but they teased him. I'm sorry, but we need a post-credits. Looking at him. You're looking at him. Goblin is my favorite. Another one that's my favorite is well, I don't want to say Kraven the Hunter is my favorite, but he's a really interesting one. It's a toss-up because I do like Sinister Six a lot. But if we're gonna say like my Dr. Octopus is up there. And then from there, it's a toss-up between Kraven and Venom. It's literally a toss-up between Venom and Kraven the Hunter. It's a toss-up between Venom and Kraven.
What's wrong, Spider-Man?
Like, this would be way more personal. Say something like, "What's wrong, Peter? Off your game." It's so weird how I could do that. Chat, you want to hear my Goblin voice? Because I know how to do Goblin from Ultimate Spider-Man. I know how to do Willem Dafoe's Goblin, but I can't because it's way too personal. And I don't want to because, you know, Willem to go.
Spidey must splat! Rule 2.
Ignore Rule 1.
Rule 3.
Big Gobby. Look goofy. And right here, he takes the mask off. Right here, he takes the mask off, and he's realizing now that it's Norman Osborn. He's gonna realize at this point, they're both gonna have their mask off. He's gonna realize, he's gonna be like, wait, so the Green Goblin is Norman? And right here, we get a whole entire backstory of the Green and stuff like that. And right here, he's gonna be thinking, why are there two Norman Osborns?
Except you apologized to Spider-Man last night. Norman Osborn never
Now imagine the scene without Harry.
apologizes.
He would be thinking, he's gonna be like, well, shoot, Harry, I'll be like, well, the fuck? I would be like, I'll be like, the fuck? They're telling me that someone turned on my hand on an imposter. And right there, it would get Chameleon involved in the story as well. And Insomniac keeps building their world. What if we get introduced to Chameleon in the next game? That's going to be throwing off a lot of suspicion. So what if obviously the Norman that we're seeing is still our same Norman in the game. But for the third one, what if there's a chance that we might end up getting Norman to hire Chameleon and pretty much disguises him for a whole entire time while he's actually out as the Goblin? It would be a lot more personal for Peter.
And you were the Goblin all along.
Yep.
With no
blackout, no loss of control.
And you've been
Hold up. I like how they completely utterly just skipped that scene. Hold on. We're finding that scene. We're finding that scene. We are 100% gonna find that. Hold up. I know it's, I told you I meant to the green. Because the thing is, they can't actually make Harry the Goblin. They can if they wanted to, not even gonna lie, they could.
chameleon. And you were the goblin all along.
Yep.
I told you I invented.
Yep.
Small doses in gaseous form increase my strength.
Strength, agility, intelligence.
With no blackouts, no loss of control.
And see, look, with all of that combined, that would be Insomniac's version. Well, that wouldn't technically be Insomniac's version of Green Goblin, but you know what I mean. That could be, you know, a leadway. That could be, you know, a nice leeway to Insomniac to introduce, you know, that was Red 2.0. I'm just gonna call it, you know, the Goblin Serum right now. But they could do that. They could do that in a way that makes the Goblin a lot more personal towards Peter, because because Peter's gonna think, oh, I just killed my best friend, and I'm cool with his dad. Norman's gonna think in a way that's going to make him have a motive to go after him.
And you've been working with Chameleon the whole time?
Yeah. At
I
first.
appeared at Oscorp to steal my gobweb inhibitor.
See? They could play this off like this. They could play it off like this because they would be thinking that it would steal it.
Finding Norman Osborn.
They would find Norman. Here's the thing. They would have to plan it out to the point where Chameleon would disguise himself as Norman Osborn, while Norman is the Goblin. Which would mean that the whole entire time, Spider-Man would be going after people that he doesn't know as the Goblin. And a Chameleon boss fight or a DLC would be insane, by the way. That would be crazy.
Born a witness to my
A witness. It was Chameleon.
Stealing Oscorp secrets for a competitor. So this week, I hired him to keep you guessing and set you up
For a fall.
But last Halloween, you crashed. The goblin crashed.
And you saw me limp away. Do you know how easy it is
To fake a limp.
But Harry wasn't faking. When I found him that night, he was wearing Goblin's costume.
Keep in mind, chat, this is without Harry in the game. Like in Marvel Spider-Man 3 or going into the second one. So they're obviously killing him because I think that they're going.
You had guessed my identity.
Yep.
I knew I had to redirect your suspicion. And when I returned home, I found Harry passed out from an overdose.
To dress him as a goblin.
The limp completed the illusion.
You framed your own son?
I protected Harry. Sent to prison. Who'd have made a man out of him? Just look at what he's done today. I've never been prouder of the boy.
Oh, who are you kidding? You were saving Reese.
Potato, potato. Once you're out of the picture, I'll make everything right.
You were no right.
Do you think Miles gonna have to fight Electro? There's a chance. But the thing is, like, with this whole entire scene right here, Peter's obviously going to be aggravated because, like, he knows now, because Norman knows his identity, he knows that it's Peter, right? So, down the line, he's going to have, now down the line, it's either going to be to save Norman, or it's going to be to go down a dark path or do something else. Now, obviously, Norman is going to still be friends with him, but obviously, like I said, they're teasing, you know, Norman becoming the Goblin. And right here, he loses control of the glider, and we all know what happens right here. He's gone. Now, 100%
was sick. A victim of the green. Changes you better than I do. Spider-Man should have helped him. Not...
And through that, people are now, and through that, right after this, I have a feeling that this whole entire scene is going to be, because like I said, the role is going to be, I don't know if the roles are going to be reversed or not, but what if there's a potentiality for Harry? That's the only thing I'm trying to see, because Harry has a symbiote, but there's no way. There's no way it can't be George Stacy. Wait, who is the... Yeah. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way, because like we never got introduced to him, so we just know that it's Yuri Watanabe. We just know that it's Yuri. Chameleon, now we're gonna go ahead and get back over to Chameleon. Because like I really do want that DLC for Marvel Spider-Man. It would be such a good way to actually introduce, you know, it would actually be a really good way to introduce Chameleon. Because like I said, Chameleon disguises himself as anyone. He can go anywhere with, you know, person. So he could be anybody. Ooh, this would be a really, really good Venom. Oh my gosh, this would have been clean. Do you think Harry? I'm pretty sure that we're gonna do one on Harry as well, because I'm pretty sure Harry can also probably be anti-Venom, if I'm not mistaken. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales pitch. I want to listen to this, and I don't really know. I do want to see more pictures of Venom though. Let's see if there's anything else. There's a high possibility that we are going to see the trailer this year. Free rating? I'm not saying this, but I think I know who's going to win the fight between Miles and Peter whenever it comes to obviously playing Marvel Spider-Man. It's going to have to be Miles, because Peter still has that black suit on, so we have to fight that. We have to fight Peter with an enormous symbiote on. Which means that in that fight, what I'm guessing is that we're going to be very, very, very reliant on our Venom Blast. Or our Venom Power. That's going to be the kicker right there. You have to use Venom Power. We have to use our Venom Power to get it off. Try to see if there's anything else. I did hear something about multiplayer. Shout out to Witty for telling me about that. But you guys want to listen? Hey, you guys want to listen to the Spider-Man rap? Y'all want to rap? All right, let's do it. I can't hold back. I'll be the one. Be the one. Your time has passed. You know I'll be the one. Be the one. I'm always in it for the greater good, and always so everybody live in friendly neighborhoods. I'm gonna turn my back on any saber that he's not home essential. See outside my life aside to keep the ruby confidential. I'll never be defeated. You'll or see it. Something deep in me and sorry someone until it was completed. Pulling the beating, you have to problem of a hero that no evil could have weakened. I was jumping into action when they need me. Still breathing when they keep the people in the city breathing. I let them know that they have somebody to believe in. Another one of them only Spider-Man is or is I leave it. Going Spider-Man, no, we can read you for a reason. I am the entire story. You were just a teaser. You made electrocution and 15 savage. I am the amazing Spider-Man. You guys are just average. Hey, my scripts are the best. I'm the funny guy. The only thing you're good at is to try. Silver comedy equipped with obstacles, my better visual traffic to the three swipe at you clowns. Just red nose. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got the best pose and plus I got the best Spidey suit. My name's Peter Parker. Your name is Parker. If you want your tips, give me a decent offer. Yeah, Miles, please, you really need to grow up. What's up? Peter in the suit, he needs some respect. It's great power, it comes great. Come on, you know the rest. Hold back. You know I'll be the one. Be the one. Your time has passed. You know, be the one. My boy! Let's get it, Tom! Got me dialed up to 11. Only real Avenger here, yeah, I said it. He's the first putting Parker on the map in over 20 years. You're surprised the kid's not forgetting that. Yeah, Peter's home, and he ain't going anywhere. He's not alone. Only 15 when he swung through the city. You're living in the past, but the future looking pretty. Future looking pretty. You adults had a good run. Yeah, we always flipping around town, but I do my own stunts. Hey, what? I do my own stunts. What? You know, so doing things that pajamas couldn't dream of. Yeah, you should have known I'm the real one. I do it all for Mr. S and I'm not done. You told me I made a game from the ground, but I got my head in the cloud. I'm coming in the dog. Overall, you're trying to find my brother disappear in my dialogue. Yeah, like full face with this electrical dodge, we'll find a place here harder. Jump I love you, bitch. You have to pure along with the best suit squad. Like a red sauce, solid breaker with these rods, says they don't belong in my Spider-Verse. So high alert, I'm a little lightning rod, but they're decided to burst. Max! I'm gonna work. It's another super left on me, he's throwing in from worse. Come out, run away from all your talents. Now show somebody swinging on my type of callous. Look what I did, the fist, well, like a full assist. Part of it, spider sets, even on both the disc. Peter Parker, never around, no more, never shut down, he's key to cash now. We are having a fire stream. This will be my intro for when Marvel Spider-Man 2 comes out. I think this will be my intro for when Marvel Spider-Man 2 comes out. Because, bro. No, we're sitting in my room, I'm a man down. What? Sir, the police scanner yell a man down. And I know it's got something to do with the kingpin. Fly him in the window, smack him when I see him. Peter Parker pippin' out on a chin, little red suit. Maybe it's to give it up, I know you see the web shoot. Just a friendly neighborhood coming in for the rescue. Gotta pay bills, I'm doing this to impress you. You are not a problem, huh? I'ma swing in like a baby on a rocker. This is too easy, why do you even bother? Got the way of saying, but I chose to stay humble. Now I'm taken down in the concrete jungle. Oh, did you not get the message? You know I turn it up to 11. You try to start troubleshooting, listen to your friends. This is my city now, welcome to the web. Oh, they're coming out from the gutter. You know it's time to take down another. You try to start troubleshooting, listen to your friends. This is my city now. Oh, did you not get the message? You know I turn it up to 11. Start troubles. To your friends, this is my... Welcome to the web. Zooming across the city like a zip line. Somebody else in trouble. What is it this time? Everybody wanna be Spider-Man, that's a death sentence. Maybe I should call the defenders over in Hell's Kitchen. Nah, fully focused, man. Yeah, I got this. I'm ignoring the tabloids and the politics. My camera clicks when they twisting my pictures. Jonah Jameson, man, you suffering from ligma. Yeah, suffer trash talk. I'm a marathon runner. You was just a fast walk. Let me punch on me, slow mo. Trying to run crime in the city, that's a no-no. Oh, coming out from the gutter. You know it's time to take down another. Try to start troubleshooter, listen to your friends. This is my city now, welcome to the web. Oh, did you not get the message? You know I turned it up to 11. You try to start troubleshooter, listen to your friends. This is my city now, welcome to the web. Flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Time to be there if you just wait for me. I'm really tired of Sinister Six. Why do they try to make my life the pits? I'm out here fighting demons on the roof, Mr. Negative. Will you please call up your goons in my spite? You know I turn it up to 11. You try to start troubleshooter, listen to your friends. This is my city now, welcome to the web. Oh, they're coming out from the gutter. You know it's time to take down another. You try to start troubleshooter, listen to your friends. This is my city now. Oh, did you not get the message? You know I turn it up to 11. You try to start troubleshooter, listen to your friends. This is my city now, welcome to the web. Oh my gosh, that was lit. Oh my gosh, that was lit. Oh my gosh, chat, that was lit. That was lit. That was lit. That was lit, bro. That was so lit, bro. Another one? I don't really know if there's another one though. I'm pretty sure that we covered like everything. Yeah, we 100% covered everything. Let me already look at the mods. Alternative scenes. Yeah, we already saw this. I'm not sure if there's anything else that's more Spider-Man and stuff like that. Because I think that we saw everything. What's the worst Spider-Man cartoon? Disney. What Disney did with Marvel Spider-Man was just horrible. I messed with the Spider Soldier one though. I messed with the Spider Soldier storyline, so I can't really say it. But yeah, we will be going over Spider Soldier and stuff like that because I do want to see it as a DLC. But without, it's from your boy Phoenix, and I will see you guys with another